Hi students, today we are going to learn about total internal reflection. When light enters obliquely from a denser medium to a rarer medium and the angle of incidence exceeds critical angle, the light reflects in the denser medium. This is called internal reflection. Here we can see the diagrams. In the first one, you can see the light rays entering from denser to rarer medium. And when light ray enters from denser to rarer medium, you know that it will bend away from the normal. It will bend away from the normal. And in the second case, you can see that the angle of incidence is more. The angle of incidence is more. That's why it will bend away from. Here we can see that the refracted ray is showing more bending. More means it bends away from the normal more. And in third case you can see that for the angle of incidence, here in a particular angle the incident ray is coming, but the refracted ray is going perpendicular to the normal. In that pink or red dot line, that is the normal. Here the incident ray is refracted perpendicular to the normal. Perpendicular to the normal. Okay, this angle we can call it as critical angle. That angle of incidence we can call it as critical angle. If the refracted ray is going perpendicular to the normal, then we can call that angle of incidence as critical angle. In the fourth diagram, you can see if the angle of incidence is more than the critical angle means in a particular angle, if the incident ray is touching another medium, that is from one denser to rarer medium, if it is trying to enter at that time, if it enters the medium in a particular angle, the angle of incidence, it is a particular angle. In that angle, after refraction, if it is going perpendicular to the normal, then that angle of incidence is called critical angle. And the fourth case, you can see that the angle of incidence is more than the critical angle, or the angle of incidence exceeds critical angle. Then you can see that that ray of light is not at all entering the rarer medium. Here it is reflecting back into the same medium or the denser medium. Here refraction is not happening, but reflection is happening. It will reflect back to the same medium. That phenomenon is called internal reflection. That is when light enters obliquely from a denser medium to a rarer medium and the angle of incidence exceeds critical angle, the light reflects in the denser medium. This is called internal reflection. Now, what are the conditions necessary for internal reflection? We will discuss. Before that, what is critical angle? What is critical angle? That is some angle at which refracted ray will be perpendicular to the normal that we discussed now. That is, critical angle is the angle of incidence for which the angle of refraction is 90 degrees. Conditions necessary for internal reflection. Conditions necessary for internal reflection. Light should enter obliquely from a denser to rarer medium. That is the first condition. Second condition is that the angle of incidence should exceed critical angle. The light reflects in the denser medium. That is, for internal reflection to happen, two conditions are necessary. The first one is light should enter obliquely from a denser to rarer medium and the angle of incidence should exceed critical angle. Rainbow. It's a natural spectrum appearing in the sky after rain showers. Rainbow is observed in the direction opposite to the sun. Three phenomena which are involved in rainbow formation are dispersion, refraction and internal reflection. Dispersion, refraction and internal reflection. Some water droplets remain suspended in air after rain. These droplets behave as a glass prism. When light enters the raindrop, it first refracts and disperses. Then it reflects internally, or internal reflection will happen, and again refracts. As it come out of the drop or the raindrop, and the seven colors reach the eye of observer in the form of rainbow. Here you can see it. These water droplets behave as glass prism. The suspended water droplets in air after rain that just behave like glass prism, and when light enters the raindrop, it first refracts. Here you can see that the white light is coming, refraction of that light is happening, then it disperses. First refraction, then it bends. Later dispersion, it will split into its constituent seven colors. Then it refracts internally, then reflection internal after dispersion, internal reflection is happening. That is, the angle of incidence is more than the critical angle, that's why internal reflection is happening. If the angle of incidence is less than the critical angle, or it is just the critical angle, means internal reflection won't happen. If it is more than the critical angle, after refraction and dispersion, internal reflection will happen and it come out of the raindrop. Later, after that, one more refraction will happen and it come out of the raindrop, and the seven colors reach the eye of observer in the form of rainbow. Here what are the three phenomena involved? Refraction, dispersion and internal reflection. What is atmospheric refraction? What is atmospheric refraction? The refraction by different layers of atmosphere is called atmospheric refraction. The refraction by different layers of atmosphere is called atmospheric refraction. These all are happening because of atmospheric refraction, that is apparent flickering of objects placed behind a hot object or fire. Stars near the horizon appear slightly higher than their actual position. Advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. Apparent flattering of sun's disk, twinkling of stars. All these phenomena, all these are happening because of atmospheric refraction. What is atmospheric refraction? The refraction by different layers of atmosphere. The refraction of light rays by different layers of atmosphere is called atmospheric refraction. First case, when an object is placed behind the fire or a hot surface, it appears to flicker when seen through the air. Why is it so? That you know that the air above hot surface becomes hot and rises up. That space is occupied by cool air. The refractive index of hot air, that is less than that of cool air. Due to that, the refraction of light is happening. Because of the refraction of light, an object placed behind the fire or hot surface appears to flicker when seen through the air. Here, difference in the refractive index of hot air and cold air. That is, the refractive index of hot air is less than that of cool air. That will result in the refraction of light. As a result, an object placed behind the fire appears to flicker. Second case is, stars when seen near the horizon appear slightly higher than their actual position. That is also due to atmospheric refraction. Here we can see that the actual position of the star and the apparent star position, or where we are seeing that particular star. Okay. Stars when seen near the horizon appear slightly higher than their actual position. That is also due to atmospheric refraction. The refractive index of Earth's atmosphere in general increases from top to bottom. From top to bottom, the refractive index of Earth's atmosphere increases. So the light coming from a star near the horizon has to travel from rarer to denser medium. And it bends towards the normal. That as a result of that refraction, the stars appear higher than their actual position. That is, stars when seen near the horizon appear slightly higher than their actual position. That is also due to atmospheric refraction. Third case. The sun appears about 2 minutes earlier than actual sunrise and the sun remains visible for about 2 minutes after actual sunset. When the sun is below horizon, the rays have to pass from rarer to denser medium. When the sun is below horizon, the rays have to pass from rarer to denser medium. So rays bend towards the normal. As a result, the sun appears higher than its actual position. The sun appears about 2 minutes earlier than actual sunrise and the sun remains visible for about 2 minutes after actual sunset. That is, actually we are seeing the virtual image of the sun. When the sun is below horizon, rays have to pass from rarer to denser medium. So rays bend towards the normal. As a result, the sun appears higher than its actual position. Twinkling of stars. Stars are very far from us, so they behave as point source of light. Since the physical conditions of the Earth's atmosphere are not constant, the light from stars appears to come from different directions. This results in fluctuation of apparent position of star. The amount of light coming from stars also vary due to changing refractive index of atmosphere. The star appears bright when more light from star reaches our eyes and the star appears dull when less amount of light reaches our eyes. Both these effects are responsible for twinkling of stars. Stars are very far from us and the amount of light coming from stars also vary due to the changing refractive index of atmosphere. Both these effects that are responsible for the twinkling of stars. Why do planets not twinkle? The planets are much closer to the Earth and are thus seen as extended source. Okay, if we consider a planet as a collection of a large number of point-sized sources of light, the total deviation in the amount of light entering our eye from all individual point-sized sources will average out to 0 and will nullify the twinkling effect. If we consider a planet as a collection of a large number of point-sized sources of light, the total deviation in the amount of light entering our eye from all individual point-sized sources will average out to 0 and will nullify the twinkling effect. Here, if we consider one planet as large number of point-sized sources of energy, just like that of one star, and when from some point sources, if dim light is coming, then too from many other point sources bright light is coming. That's why altogether the planet will appear bright in color. It won't appear to twinkle. What is scattering of light? The spreading of light in various directions by colloidal particles is called scattering of light. Scattering of light is inversely proportional to wavelength. Scattering of light is inversely proportional to the wavelength. When scattering of light is more, the wavelength is less. And when scattering of light is less, then the wavelength is more. For example, more wavelength, the red light that has more wavelength, that is least scattered. And the blue light, that is a shorter wavelength light, that is more scattered. Scattering of light is inversely proportional to wavelength. What is Tyndall effect? You learned it in 9th standard. When light passes through a colloid, its path becomes visible. It is called Tyndall effect. When light passes through a colloid, its path becomes visible. This is called Tyndall effect. Path of light becomes visible when light enters a dark and dusty room through a slit or ventilator because of Tyndall effect. Like that, path of light becomes visible when light passes through dense canopy of trees in a forest. These are all due to Tyndall effect. What is Tyndall effect? When light passes through a colloid, its path becomes visible. This is called Tyndall effect. The color of scattered light depends on the size of scattering particles. If particles are very fine, they scatter mainly the blue color of light, that is shorter wavelength light. Fine particles, they scatter mainly the blue color of the light. Blue color, it is a shorter wavelength light. The medium sized particles scatter mainly the red color. Red color, that is a longer wavelength light. Medium sized particles scatter red color. Larger sized particles scatter all the colors of light. That is why it appears white. Larger sized particles scatter all the colors of light. That's why it will appear white in color. Wavelength of red light is about 1.8 times more than that of blue light. The wavelength of red light is about 1.8 times more than that of blue light. Why danger signs are made of red color? Yes, red is the least scattered color. As we learned, scattering is inversely proportional to wavelength. More wavelength, less scattering, right? It is least scattered by fog and smoke particles in the air and can be seen in the same color over a long distance. Because least scattered color, red is the least scattered color. That's why danger signs are made of red color. Why the color of sky appears blue on a clear day? The upper layer of atmosphere contains very fine particles of water vapor and gases. Very fine particles, mainly they scatter the blue part of the spectrum. These particles are more effective in scattering of light of shorter wavelength, mainly the blue color, than larger wavelength. That is, the upper layer of atmosphere contains mainly very fine particles of water vapor and gases. These particles are more effective in scattering the blue part of the spectrum. That's why the color of sky appears blue on a clear day. Why clouds appear white? Clouds are formed by water vapors. Water vapor condense to form water droplets. Due to larger size of droplets, all colors of light are scattered and clouds appear white. As we discussed earlier, larger sized particles will scatter all the color, that is all the wavelength light, they can scatter it equally. That's why the clouds appear white in color. Why color of sun appear red during sunrise and sunset? Why color of sun appear red during sunrise and sunset? During sunset and sunrise, the sun is near horizon. During sunset and sunrise, the sun is near horizon, and therefore the sunlight has to travel longer distance in atmosphere. Due to this, most of the blue light and all the shorter wavelength light are scattered away by the particles. The light of longer wavelength, that is red color, will reach our eye. That's why sun appear red in color. That's why the color of sun or the sun appear red during sunrise and sunset. How does the sky appear to an astronaut in the space or to a passenger of jet plane flying at high altitude? The sky would appear dark to an astronaut in the space as scattering is not very prominent. Scattering is not very prominent at such high altitude due to absence of particles. At high altitude, due to the absence of particles, the scattering is not very prominent. That's why the sky would appear dark to an astronaut or to a passenger of jet plane flying at high altitude.